People to What Hustle.
Feel like I'm 10 feet tall. My turn, pass me the ball. Don't trip, no, I don't fall. That's right, I want it all. I keep on moving to the beat of my own drum. My squad be killing it, you know we get it done. Yeah, you know we got that. Yeah, you know we got that power. Yeah, you know we got that. Yeah, you know we got that power.
Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and join the What Hustle family.
What's going on, What family? Give me a quick second to get situated here real quick. It doesn't look like we're going to have Bob on because he got tied up doing a bunch of stuff. He's getting married, so he has a bunch of stuff to do, reference his wedding. So we're probably not going to see him on tonight, but I'm hoping he sends me his numbers. So what I want to do today is simply just go over my numbers, where we are, what's the plan going forward. I'll go over that in one quick second. I'm just texting Bob right now to see if he's going to make it to come on. So give me a quick second. All right, I do not see him, but here's what I want to do. Let me go back in here real quick. Let me give you guys a quick recap, right? In the beginning of the month of December, Bob put out a video doing a challenge, right? Doing what he defined as a $1,000 challenge for the month of December, and that's trying to create an extra $1,000 during the month of December so you can have a little extra money for Christmas and maybe have a better Christmas, right? Now, one quick sec. That I saw that video, and being a person that is always up for a challenge, I decided to hop on with Bob and participate in the challenge. Now, I don't know. I'm trying to text him real quick. I don't know why it's not coming up. Anyway, so I took him up on that challenge. Now I set my own rules for the challenge because I wanted to do it in a manner. And if you guys are hearing me, hopefully this mic, I just got a brand new mic, and I'm not sure. We'll see how this mic works, but I got the gain here. Maybe the gain's too high is what it is. Maybe now. But anyways, bear with me because I got a new mic and my old one broke. So we'll see what happens with this mic. But going back to the challenge, and what I did with the challenge was set up the following parameters for the challenge, right? I wanted to show people that if you want to make an extra money, specifically in this case, the $1,000 Bob is here. Oh my God, you made it, brother!
Yes, I had to try and hop in.
All right, I was just giving a recap as to the challenge, what happened, how you did a video doing the challenge. and or you did a video saying you're going to do this challenge, and I immediately saw that, and I decided, hey, I'm going to hop on and join you on this challenge, and I'm explaining my rules to the challenge, and then in a minute you can explain your rules. But for me, my rules, what I wanted to do was to demonstrate that you can make $1,000 extra in a month in just 20 days if you dedicate yourself and look for and find at least 2 hours a day, right? I've been dashing between 2 and 3 hours. I set myself a perimeter of 4 hours because a lot of people work a part-time job, and 4 hours is usually what that hour mark is. I have not done 4 hours yet in this entire challenge. I've done mostly 2 hours, and I did hit a one day in which I went for 3 hours. But for the most part, it's been right around that 2 hour mark. And again, the reason why I picked that time frame is because I think anyone, I don't care how busy you are, because I'm a busy person myself, I think anyone can find at least 2 hours out of their day to go out there and do some type of side hustle. Now, Bob and I decided to do it via Dashing and Uber Eats, right? Doing food deliveries. But there's countless ways to do it. You're just limited by your imagination. It's winter in most places. I mean, you can shovel snow. There's a lot of online stuff you can do. You can go on, Taskmaster, if you have some kind of ability to, like, handyman work. I mean, it's countless. You're just limited by your imagination, and you only need 2 hours, and you can make $1,000. Now, for some people, $1,000 may not seem like a lot, but for others, it's a lot of money. It's an extra $1,000. And the idea is not for you to go out there and take that $1,000 and just blow it, right? No, the idea is to do something with that $1,000. But anyways, those were my rules. So far, I'm on today I finished day 17. And spoiler alert, because this will come out tomorrow morning. I got rained out. I went out there, did one delivery, and it poured the entire day. And on video, you see me trying to get back to the house in the pouring rain. I did get soaked, but that's life, right? At the end of the day, that's life. But I did get one delivery in, so I just added to that, and thankfully I've had a cushion, so I'm still on track to hit my $1,000. But Bob, tell us what your rules are. First of all, let's recap why you did it, and then give us your rules and tell us where you're at.
So I got the idea from a couple of different creators in the past. I know Pedro did this last year or the year before, where he was trying to encourage people, if they need $1,000, to divide it up into X amount of time. And then watching Wilson do his $10,000 November challenge. So I just said on December 1st, there's got to be people who want that extra money for Christmas and didn't plan ahead, or something happened or whatever. I figured out 21 days, it's $48 a day. That should be achievable. And as you know, I hit my goal in, I think it was 12 days.
Yeah.
So I don't know. For the reason why I was late, guys, is we have wedding stuff going on tonight. And I wasn't sure that I was going to actually be able to hop on, but I had to hop on because I had to actually tell everybody this at the same time. I decided, since I was ahead of my goal, that I was going to have a different goal, and I wasn't going to tell anybody. That's why I haven't done any more shorts or posts or anything else. Tonight, I finished mine off. I did 19 days of driving. I had a scheduled day off and 3 days with the snow. So 19 days of driving, $2,000, $2,004.10 to be exact.
Wow.
In 19 days.
Buddy.
Yes. And in those first 12 days, I had 2 where I drove more than 3 hours.
Wow. That is super impressive. Now let's dive into that, right? First of all, Did you have any specific rule? Did you just whatever you can get in, you're going to get in?
Well, I guess it was like 4 days ago. I saw that I was close to that 2000. Like I was within $600. I think it was actually 650 or something like that. And I said, you know what? I missed all that time. I didn't even think I was going to have any prayer of it. Because initially when I saw that I had hit that $1,000 so fast, I was like, maybe I'll go for 2,000. Maybe I'll just do that. But I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it after missing all that time. And I saw that what it came down to is I had 4 days left and I had to do $162 per day. And yesterday I was on track. I did 165, 175. Yesterday I was getting ready to go out. Now, mind you, I had Monday and Tuesday off this week for my regular job, so I was able to devote time. I was actually on my way out, and my mom got run off the road and hit a curb and blew a tire out.
Wow.
So I didn't work except dinner rush. Now, my dinner rush was insane. I made $98 in 3 hours.
Wow.
But yesterday was a loss. And then I was telling Misty, I said, I don't think I'm going to be able to hit my 2,000 now. And I got up this morning. I went out about 9 o'clock and I worked a little under 8 hours and I made $170 something. I figured out how much I needed to get 2,000. And as soon as I got that last one, it put me at $2,004. I'm done. Turned everything off. That was it.
Dude, listen, I am super, super, super impressed. One quick second, because I don't know what happened to the system here. Boom, boom, boom. Let me.
But yeah, that's why I didn't want to tell you. I wanted to actually see your face when I told you that number. I was proud of that. I worked my butt off to get that.
Listen, I'm proud of you. I mean, that number is amazing. But again, it goes back to what I said when we first started to do this challenge. And you're living proof of what I've always said. If you are committed and determined, have the discipline, I think the majority of people on this planet could accomplish more than they mentally think they could, right? But you got to have that. You know, nothing's going to be handed to you, right? You really have to put in the time and effort to get that done. But anyways, mad props to you. I mean, it's amazing. Let's talk a little bit about what strategies were you using? I
was actually just going to say something to you that I wanted to go over, and if we didn't have time today, I wanted to actually go over it another time. I really had to use all of my experience today because
I like it. I like it. Tell me.
Kids in school only to a certain time. So I'm trying to get out there. It's right before Christmas, so not everybody's working. Not all the businesses are working. And the game changed. And it changed multiple times throughout the day. The morning was your normal morning breakfast. You get your bigger orders, sometimes get your smaller ones. But then you start to realize, okay, it's going to be $5 McDonald's for a couple hours. And then I looked and I shifted my focus. Uber Eats has 2 quests going back to back. So I got, I don't know, we'll say roughly $50 of free money today because I completed the quests. They had one going from 11 to 2 and then one from 2 to 5. So I completed the quests. I got extra money. But I saw that the game was changing and I realized, okay, now I have to use these quests. I also have to count on volume, and some of them are going to be smaller orders. I can't just say, okay, no, I want that $12 order going 3 miles. I might have to take that $5 order going 2 miles and let them add up. And because they add up, I was also able to complete the quests. So it still brought the average up. But then it got closer to dinner time, and I knew that I was on limited time there. So I realized what's going on this week, Christmas. So what happens at Christmas? People party, people plan things. Alcohol deliveries. My alcohol deliveries kicked in. That's what I finished up the night on. A couple alcohol deliveries, I was done.
Nice.
It was that easy. And if I was still going out tonight, that's what I would be focusing on. I would not even look at anything else. I would take orders if they're good orders, but I would say, all right, I know if I hang around Canals, which is one of the liquor store chains, or the other ones, just hang around those areas, I'm going to get those offers. And they're like, the one I got tonight, the one that kicked me over the edge was, I think it was $18, to drive a couple of miles. And that's what happens. Like, this is another, New Year's is coming up. If you want to make money, work the first part of New Year's Eve, work till like 8 o'clock, then go home and celebrate. It's completely up to you, but you can make so much money, but you have to also understand what comes with the alcohol deliveries is the extra responsibility is doing the ID checks and that kind of stuff. So some people don't like doing that. I don't mind it, providing I know the area that I'm working in.
And I don't really think that's it doesn't really delay you much. I know the first time or a couple of times, and I learned this from another Dash, actually from a guy that I delivered to. So sometimes, I don't know if this has happened to you, but sometimes you'll get the ID and it won't scan, right? Mm-hmm. But so I had one and it wasn't scanning the ID, and the guy that I delivered to, he goes, "Hey, change it from driver's license to just ID, like a just regular ID, mm-hmm. And it'll take it, because then all you have to do is take a picture, not scan." So I switched it, took a picture, and he was right.
That's good. I didn't know that one.
Yeah.
Is that on DoorDash or Uber Eats or both?
Both. So you're going to have the option to pick whether it's a foreign ID, a mm-hmm. driver's license. There's like 4 options.
There's different options you can use. Yep.
Yeah. So
I didn't know that I didn't realize that if you switched it just took the photo and it accepted.
Yep. Yep. So if it's not scanning for whatever reason, because that's what happened. It wasn't the scanner on the app. It wasn't scanning the back of the driver's license.
I had that tonight, and it took me like to the third try, and I actually had to keep pulling it further and further away, and then finally it took.
Yeah. So in the future, if you're having issues with that, just switch over to ID, take a picture, and that's it.
On DoorDash, it also has manual. So I was just going to do the manual entry, but then it accepted it. But I'll try that next time.
Okay. Yeah. So that's cool. And you're right. So you're right. And one of the things because this is the first holiday, like the Christmas holiday, that I've been doing any type of dashing or anything like that. Mm-hmm. And school is out, right? So, and I only do the morning shift, and it was slow as molasses.
I've been watching your videos.
Yeah. So mm-hmm. it was slow, but that's something that I'm learning. Even though the interesting part is that even though it was slow, the orders that I was getting, which was much less than others, there were high-paying orders, so I still made my $50. Yeah. So that was a little bit of an eye-opener for me. The other thing that I noticed now, and I don't know if we kind of discussed this last time, we're seeing a lot less drivers. So for the first time since I've been doing this, I've been getting some crappy orders, and I've been declining. And now one of the things that I learned yesterday as well, that because of their new rating on DoorDash, I'm talking specifically on DoorDash, because of their new rating, the one thing you don't want to do now is unassign an order. So what I'm doing, I'm spending more time looking at, because before I wouldn't even look. I just accept it. And if, as I'm heading there, I'll start to look the details. If I didn't like it, I just unassign it. Well, now that's a big problem. So now when the order comes in, I take my time, I read it before I accept it. And if it's something that I want, I'll take it. If not, then I won't. But I'm not going to unassign orders as much anymore unless I absolutely have to, because you get a big hit on their new rating system for unassigning an order. Mm-hmm. So that's one of the things that I learned today. But it's crazy how, specifically on Uber Eats, how many crappy orders they're sending me. They'll send me 3 or 4 orders, and then I'll decline it, and then bam, they send me the same order, but now with a much higher rate.
Do you have Sephora there? the makeup store and all that.
Yes.
Sephora.
Yeah.
I declined. This is not an exaggeration. I declined 20 in a row on Uber Eats today. Everyone was Sephora.
Wow.
Because Sephora, they're not eligible for tip. So there were like $4 for 20 miles, $4 for 18 miles. And half of them also went into Philadelphia. So it's like you're getting the double whammy.
Yeah.
And Uber Eats has a challenge right now. This week, if you do 20 orders and you end Friday or the 28th, whatever the 28th is, if at the 28th at midnight, you are gold. They put an extra $250 in your account.
Wow. Wow.
So the 20 orders is done today. That was no big deal. I've been trying to get that acceptance rate up because to get gold on Uber Eats, all you have to have is 30%. Well, my acceptance rate is 15 right now.
Wow.
It was 3 today. I had gold about a week or so ago through doing some of the quests. I just happened to get, I think it was up to like 35%. And I will be honest with you, I saw a really big difference in orders. The orders were really good. You know, you'd still get a stinker every once in a while, but the average pay was like $15 to $20 an order. And they were not horrible miles. So maybe consider that. I don't know what your ratings are on Uber because mine is very low.
I'm looking now because I never actually look at Uber Eats.
I never did. And I just happened to notice. I'm like, oh wow, I'm gold. I've never tried. And then I got the email saying that they had it.
Let me look now. Let me look at so my acceptance rate. So I'm not nowhere near gold. I'm Uber Eats Pro. Yeah, I'm a Pro Green. I don't know what that means, but I'm Pro Green.
Green is their unrated.
Yeah, so I'm unrated, and so my acceptance rate is 53%.
53?
53% is my acceptance rate.
Wow, mine's 15.
Wow,
it was 3 earlier today.
My satisfaction rate is 94.4. My cancellation rate is 5%. From December 1st to now, I don't know what this means, but I got 45 points.
Oh, okay. So the way the points work is during different times of the day, you get so many points for a delivery. So if it's like during the peak times, you get more points. So like say during dinner time, maybe you get 6 points. And then during lunchtime, you only get 2 points for each delivery. And you have to have a certain amount of points to get gold, a certain amount to get plat, diamond, and it resets every 30 days.
Okay, so that you move up in your category based on points, is what you're saying.
Yeah, so if you look at Uber Eats Pro stat, like if you go to the menu and you look at Uber Eats Pro,
yeah,
you see Uber Eats Green, and you just look each one of the things. It'll tell you what you need to do to unlock the next tier.
I see it now.
For me, I just need the acceptance rate.
Yeah, but it says here, and I don't know if I'm reading this right. Gold preferred deliveries is. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. So, anyways, I actually never really looked at this on Uber Eats, but I'm going to start to pay attention a little bit.
Yeah, see if it helps. Because, I mean, like I said, I didn't intend to do it. And I noticed that when I had it, the pay was good. I only lost it because I got a run of Philadelphia orders, and I won't take them.
Yeah. Let me look at my. So I'm back to platinum status on DoorDash, but only because I had 2 passes.
I saw that. I made the same mistake you did. Okay, so I used one of my platinum passes 2 weeks ago, and I was telling Misty afterwards. I said I really regret using this pass. She said, "Why?" I said I did 16 deliveries all week because I did Uber all week, so I wasted a platinum pass for essentially one long day.
Yeah, and I did the same thing. As soon as I used it, I regretted it because I'm like, shit, I'm gonna miss
You did
2
it on
days.
your slow day.
Yeah, it's a slow day. I'm gonna miss the 24th and 25th because I'm not doing anything those 2 days.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God, I should have saved it. But I still have one more pass.
I got
left.
mine.
Yeah.
And I still have one pass left. This one I earned.
So I got one pass left. So let me ask you a couple of questions because I only have another 10 minutes before
Sure, whatever.
Pop off. But out of what day do you think overall in your area is the best day to dash?
Limited amount of time or time not a factor?
Time not a factor. Just if somebody's looking to
time's not a factor, Saturday. Because I can do all day, and I don't have to do it. I don't have to do 8 hours straight. I can whenever I get out in the morning. Like this week, I got out about 9. I went out from 9. I only actually did an hour. Actually, this Saturday wasn't. What's yesterday? Today's Tuesday. No, this Saturday was a good example. I got out about an hour from 9 to 10, and then I ran some errands, and then I worked like 11 to 2, 11 to 1, something like that. Ran some more errands. Then I worked probably 4 to 7 or 8, something like that. Like, the dinner rush. I noticed, like, I keep Uber Eats on all the time, even if I'm not actively working it, as long as I'm out, because I never cared about the acceptance rate. So if I'm out running an errand or whatever, taking an Amazon return back or whatever I'm doing, hey, here comes an offer. Oh, $12. Sure. I'll go do that one. I'm out working even when I'm not working.
Listen, I love that strategy. And it's funny because I do the same thing. I'm like, if I have to run an errand, I'll go run that errand, and then on my way back home, I'll turn on the app. If I get an order, I'll take it.
You know why? I got that app on. That's deductible miles, baby.
Yeah.
You know how many miles are on my car right now?
Yeah.
54,000 or 52,000 miles. It's a 2023.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but you know what? Almost, I would say 48 of them are deducted.
Nice.
Because I work from home in my regular job, and I don't travel as much as I used to. I used to travel all the time because she's from Syracuse area. So we used to go up there every couple of weeks, which is 300 miles each way.
Right.
Yep. Yeah. Now those miles are in her car because she goes up to see family every once in a while. Yeah, that's what we did. Here's a good thing for people to know. 2023, I walked into the Hyundai dealership and we bought 2 cars and we put all the money down off of DoorDash.
Nice.
2 cars, $70-something thousand in car loan, and we were able to say, "Yep, here's our down payments and everything," and we couldn't have done that if we didn't do our side work.
I love it. I love that, man. So, on the flip side of the question that I just asked you, what's the worst day to go out
on? Typically Tuesday.
And why?
I'd say it's either Tuesday or Wednesday. You got to understand, when I say Tuesday or Wednesday, it's usually for me only dinner.
Right.
And because today I happened to be off, so that's why I was able to work the whole day. But the dinners Mondays, you got Monday Night Football. And typically, even when Monday Night Football is not going on, I find that you get more orders Monday evenings than do Tuesday evenings here. I don't know if it's just because families are done cooking. They cooked all weekend and they don't feel like cooking Monday, that kind of thing. I don't know. It just happens to be a trend I notice. And it'll change over the summer. That's the one thing you got to learn. The game changes. It never stays the same. But right now,
listen,
Tuesday.
That's why I like doing. I think I told you this before too. One of the reasons why I like to dash is that, and it has nothing to do with the money aspect, is because of the challenge of it. It's never the same, So it's because of the seasons, and there can be an event. whenever you go out, you never know what you're gonna get, which I like that.
Yes, I have SD card out of my camera here. I've recorded about 8 shifts in the car, and I still have not edited it.
Wow.
Because I'm just like, no, gotta keep going. I'm not worried about it. That's why I said you haven't really seen a lot of videos for me. So, yep, that's
yeah. Trust
right
me,
here.
it's what the audience that doesn't do this, like doesn't dash and do content, they really don't realize how time consuming this all is.
Especially the style we do. We do a lot of vlog style.
Yes.
So here's a good question for you. When you're out recording, do you constantly turn off and on?
I do.
Okay. I noticed in the car I do that because the camera gets hot. In the car, these cameras, I have DJI, I think they all do. When you don't have airflow going across them, they heat up. When I'm on my bike, I start it when I leave. I always ride a little bit away from my house so I don't exactly dox myself and put where I live at right there. And then I start talking and I kind of give myself a signal. I don't know, I do one of these or something so I know when I started. Then I just look for that when I'm watching. And then I let it run. And I let it run until my battery dies. And I swap batteries because I take batteries with me.
Yeah, I do the same.
And I actually have, you can't see it, but I actually have 2 cameras now. One you can still see is on the helmet.
Yeah.
And then I have one that I have on the bike that's going to be facing me. That was actually her camera, but I think I'm going to get a 360 for her because she just wants it for whenever we go out adventuring or like she goes to do something, she wants to go to the zoo or something. I think a 360 will benefit her more. But I was curious how you did. So you constantly start and stop.
I do constantly hit the start and stop button on it. But I do it mainly because I don't do it if I'm not, like in this style that I did for this challenge, in which I'm posting a video every day, I do it. If I'm not doing that, like for example, my ride to Key West.
Yeah.
That camera rode from the start to the very end. I never stopped it. The battery died. I just replaced it because I knew it was going to be a while. I was going to bring it in, and then I was going to take my time editing and all that. I can't do that when, and again, going back to a lot of people don't realize the time it takes. I can't do that and produce a video every day I dash. So.
Trust me, I know. I started to try to do that with this. Like I recorded every single day at the beginning, and I'm like, I'm wasting my time.
Yeah.
Because I said I can like go through these and cut them up for shorts or something or whatever, but not right now. Like maybe when now that I'm taking a break, because I'm still gonna go out and work. I'm still gonna go out and dash. I enjoy it. Plus, I got a wedding to pay for. I got a bike to pay for. You know.
Honeymoon.
And you can hear she said a honeymoon.
Honeymoon, I did. I heard.
Yeah. And so I got. It never ends. You know that. The grind never ends. That's what I keep putting in everything. The grind never stops, and I enjoy it. So, but I would tell you the hardest thing for me for this whole thing has been the consistency, because there's been days like, oh man, when I come home, if I want to take a break, getting back up to go out. Once you sit in that chair, you're like, oh man, I made $100 already today. You know what? The goal is 160 right now. Get your butt back out there.
Yeah.
Like it was when I made 130 today by like 4, and I was like, oh, I'm good. And they're like, no, I'm not. I didn't hit that number.
I love that. And like I said, man, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, fuck, $2,000, man. That's crazy impressive.
No, but 650 in the last 4 days.
Wow. Yeah, like I said, that's crazy impressive that you're able to do that. So
you know what was killing me when I couldn't go out when that snow was here? I was like, oh, it sucks. And it wasn't even the snow. It was the fact that all of the Sunday was the snow. Then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, nobody had shoveled their sidewalks. And some of the parking lots, it all froze. and we weren't above 30 until Thursday or Friday. Like it was in the teens and 20s. So it never melted. And it just kept getting worse and worse. I'm like, I'm not going to hurt myself for this. I'm like, sorry, Fernando, you might beat me now. And then, then I turned it on and said, no, the game's a changed.
I'm going to make my $1,000, but I'm not making much more than $1,000. I'm consistently hitting 50, 55. I think the most I've made so far was like 60 something dollars. That's the day that I did 3 hours. Mm-hmm. The day I did 3 hours, I went into the 60s, but for the most part, it's only meant 2. And one of the things that I did notice, and I took your advice, because one day I went out for later in the day, and I actually made more money later in the day than in the early morning. But I just can't do late in the evenings, because right around 10 o'clock is when, my staff is in the office, everything starts to build up, and by the time I get done editing the video, it's by 11:30 or so, and by the time I get to the office, boom, I got like a million fires I gotta put out.
What you should do, and you should make one day a week. Just do one evening a week, even if it's a Saturday or something.
Yeah.
That's Saturday night down in Florida in the summertime. I'm sure you're going to get some good content.
Well, I am definitely doing it in the summer. I don't right now. I really won't do it now. It gets dark at 6 p.m. and I'm not riding my bike. If I was in a car, it's a different story. But I'm not riding my bike at night, especially on a weekend night, because Florida's known for parties. I'm not, there's too many drunk people out there. They're not going to see me. So I'm not doing it at night. But in the summer, it doesn't get dark till 9:30,
Yeah.
So I will definitely hit the later ones in the summer, and I will definitely go to Fort Lauderdale, downtown Fort Lauderdale, so everybody can see the madness of Fort Lauderdale. So
watch Wilser's latest video. He did a midnight shift.
I haven't seen it. I haven't had time, but I will take a look at that.
I want to do at least one weekend this year down at the Jersey Shore.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Like Wildwood or Cape May. Cape May is more money. I think it's a dry town, I'm not sure. But it's like, it'd be perfect on a bike because it's all small streets and everything. And we went down there they have a free zoo that's actually really nice. It's like almost on par with the Philadelphia Zoo. And it's just, you pay donation to get in. And we left there and went to like the lighthouse, all that stuff. And it's really nice. And we're driving around. I'm like, oh, I would kill to be on a bike right now. It was just, I was planning then that I knew I was coming back.
Yeah, I like that.
But it's an hour and a half away. So it's one of those, okay, I want to go down for a weekend. And basically you got to pay for the trip. You got to make enough to pay for the trip. That'll be the challenge.
And you watch him all the time too. Raspy.
Yep.
You do that all the time. Whenever he's going to have a date with his wife, he'll dash that day so that he can make the money for the date.
Mm-hmm. London Hustle does it all the time. When he wants to go to a different city in England or UK or wherever, he takes the train and he says, okay, it cost me 20 pounds to do that. And 10, he's like, I have to make at least this much money or I can't go home. And that's what he does.
I just started watching him. I like him. So I mean, that's interesting that he does that. I like that. See, I love that stuff, because I think I've said this before, but I'll repeat it. Like, I try to monetize everything I do. Years ago, I'm big into fitness. So years ago, I bought a gym because I didn't want to pay for a gym membership. So I bought a gym and I started a CrossFit gym. Then prior to that, when I was a triathlete, I didn't want to do it for free. So I started looking for sponsors and I started getting better because I knew the better I got, the more sponsorship money I was going to get. So I started getting sponsorship money. I mean, like, I always look for that. So I like that he did that, and I like that you're thinking that way as well. Hey, I'm gonna go here. Let's see if I can pay for the trip while I'm there. Do something to pay for the trip, which is another reason why I like YouTube. Anybody that's if you put in the time and effort and you monetize a channel, then you can do those things. Like my other channel. I really started originally to get clients, but then I started it to fund my travel. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm still a little bit away from that. I'm only at 219, so it'll happen.
It'll happen. Just gotta have a little bit of patience. It'll get there. It'll slowly. It'll grow. I mean,
I'm more concerned with the quality.
Right. Yeah. So
that's me. I'm more concerned with the quality. When the quality is there, then everything else will take care of itself.
Exactly. It'll happen. I tell people all the time. My first channel, I didn't get monetized until almost 2.5 years into it. So it was a long time. This channel is much quicker, but it's because I've had the experience and I know a lot about it now. But when I first started my first channel, man, it took me forever to get that thing monetized. All right, I gotta wrap this up. Give us what's next for you, Bob.
I'm gonna take a couple days off.
Yeah.
And then I think I'm gonna come back. She's heading up to New York this weekend. Actually, Christmas night, because her middle son's birthday, his 21st birthday. So we would normally both go up, but I'm gonna stay here so we don't. When we both leave, my sister has to come do pet care. And it's Christmas. I don't want to put an extra burden on her. She's got 2 little boys. So I'm going to stay, and then I'll probably take advantage of having her not here. I don't have to worry about not spending time with her. I'll go out and I'll do some more work. I really want to try and get out and ride because, man, the guys in Chicago are making me look bad.
Dude,
did you check out the guy we're talking about? Turbo?
Yeah.
He's riding with one glove. I'm like, what are you doing? And it's 19 degrees. And if you watch he doesn't use a phone. He doesn't use GPS.
I haven't watched a lot of his videos. I just found them. I started looking at some of his stuff.
Look, this is his philosophy. No GPS is going to give you a shortcut. He knows his area, his streets, and he was making $40 and $50 an hour.
Wow.
Consistently on only Uber. And I'm like, yo, what are you doing? And I started watching, and his phone, you never see it except when he's picking up the order or dropping it off. He doesn't even have a phone mount.
Yeah. When I interviewed Eddie, he was telling me about, he told me the same thing. But going back to what you said, if they're making you look bad, I'm here crying because it's 60 degrees and windy. I'm like, oh my God, it's so cold.
It's down to 37 right now. I actually hit 40 today.
Wow. So
and the rest of the week it's going to be even worse.
Yeah, that's crazy. So okay, so you're going to take a little bit of a break, but in terms of, give us a recap on when you're getting married.
Okay, so we get married the 17th of January.
Around the corner.
So yeah, that's what I mean. It's right around the corner. So I'll probably keep working just to keep myself focused. And I really need to get back to do some videos. So that's why I'm not going to be killing myself grinding with this. I want to keep consistent, but I got to get some videos because I haven't posted a video in a couple weeks. And I'm also going to, I think I actually talked to you about this. I'm actually going to change the name of the channel.
Oh yeah. Talk about that.
So I haven't settled on it, but I think it's going to be SJ Dashing. And I'm still going to keep my Growing Young After 50. I'm going to make a second channel and it's going to be named that because I like the name. That is me. That's everything else I do. But I feel like out of that 219 people who subscribe to me, 215 of them subscribe to watch food delivery because they're obsessed like we are. So I'm going to just make that channel, since they're already there, I'm going to rebadge it, rebrand it into more of a delivery-based channel, both bike, car, everything like that. And I don't know if I did get this out there. We actually went and looked at scooters.
Oh, really? You mentioned it. So talk a little bit about that as well.
I looked at the Suzuki Bergman. It's a 400cc scooter. I looked at the Honda ADV and PCX. That's the ones that Wilser had, the ADV.
Uh-huh.
I looked at the X-Max 300, which is the one he rides now. The X-Max is really nice, but it's too tall for me.
Okay.
I can barely touch the ground on it, and it doesn't have adjustable suspension. So he's like, the guy's telling me, well, you can buy different shocks and this and that, and like, or I can buy the bike that fits me.
Right.
And then I looked at the Suzuki Bergman, and I got on it, and it felt like that's the bike that I should have. It's big though. It's a 400cc, and it's 500 pounds.
Wow.
But it's a 100-mile-an-hour bike. You know, it's a you can take it on highways and all. And my goal wasn't to do like the city scooter stuff. It was basically so I don't have to drive my car.
Right.
So unless it's bad weather, everything I would normally do a car dash, I can take the bike. Because I got the big 140 right there. Wilser's kit should be here today or tomorrow.
Wow, nice.
So it's going to be all ready to go. That's my Abound LR. That's a long rack cargo bike. Still has not seen pavement.
Wow.
It's not going to until it warms up a little bit. I'll take my other bike out. But yeah, that's some of the goals we have over the next 6 months. Really, the main thing is we got to get through January. We get through January, and then things will start to kind of fall together better. But
so are you getting married and then going right into your honeymoon? Or
No. We're actually not going to take our honeymoon until Memorial Day weekend, like that time frame, because we're going to go to Hawaii.
Okay.
And her oldest son is in the Navy, and he's stationed in Hawaii.
Okay.
But he's going to be here for the wedding. So if we go to Hawaii right afterwards, he's not even going to be there.
Right.
So plus we want to go see Pearl Harbor for Memorial Day, that kind of stuff. So
Awesome.
she's all happy.
That's like the one thing, like when he said we can do Hawaii, I said then we're going around Memorial Day because I want to go to the USS Arizona for the Memorial Day services.
Yep.
Love it.
And by then his boat should be dry docked, so he should be.
Oh, it should be in dry dock next month.
So he'll be on shore duty. Should be. It's the military, so he could do it. You know that.
I know that. Trust me. I
You're
know.
a crown eater. I know.
So anyway, brother, I appreciate you. I gotta sign off.
Yeah, I'm gonna tune in on tonight's Hazer, right?
Today's Hazer, right?
All right. Yeah. When's Eddie coming up?
Eddie's coming next week, Tuesday.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
I'll text you. I'll get in touch with you. We'll get back together. What we're gonna do next.
All right, brother.
Hey,
Love you.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays.
Merry
See everybody
Christmas.
later.
Merry Christmas. All right, let me end this thing.